Industrial Safety and Training Services has a unique training tool we use to train the public and private sectors in incident command and incident management systems. Our tabletop exercise is called the City of Yurtville. We use this to train public and private industries in severe weather, chemical releases, confined space emergencies, major medical emergencies, which also include hospital management, major fires, disaster management throughout the United States. What the exercise does is that we train and we practice and teach employees, firefighters, police officers, medical staff individuals on how to manage an incident. The environments are pretty unique. We take a 1/87th scale, a replica of a city, and we put you in action on the tabletop to ensure that you have the skills necessary to manage these emergencies. We use the Homeland Security, Department of Labor, Environmental Protection Agency, Coast Guard, and other regulatory agencies such as the LEPCs to ensure we meet their elements of training required, mostly on an annual basis. Our training is made up of 8-hour trainings, 16-hour trainings, or 24-hour level trainings. We teach the participants how to handle reportable quantity spills, major disasters such as tornadoes or earthquakes. We even use worst-case scenarios for companies that have to practice what some of the worst things that could occur at their facilities. We all know what OSHA mandates a lot of times as well. OSHA 1910-120, the HAZWOPER standard on hazmat, tells us that we must train employees in incident command, safety, operations skill sets to ensure we meet compliance on an annual basis. We also talk about evacuation versus sheltering in place. That's very, very important today. We have an event, we have to ensure that individuals get evacuated or sheltered in place to keep the hazardous chemicals off of them from around them. We also are going to discuss the incident command structure, command, operations, logistics, liaison, safety, decontamination, just to name a few, are some of the positions that you will get trained on with our tabletop.
I'm here today to be able to put some of the skills that I've learned in the classroom basis to use. Through the tabletop, it allows us to look at a particular building in our area and practice with that without putting people in jeopardy.
We also discussed the National Fire Protection Association hazmat level. It's a tiered system. The NFPA hazmat levels are unique because we teach students how to handle a level 1, a level 2, or a level 3 type of hazmat. Back to our NIMS. In 2003, the presidential declaration on incident command was that President Bush at the time ensured that we had everyone trained to handle emergencies. The National Incident Command System was developed, and since then, fire departments and private industries throughout the country have had to incorporate those elements into their training plan.
People that should attend this training are the health departments, hospitals, emergency management, the fire service, law enforcement, EMS, and public works.
The city, as you can see, has 2 active fire stations, a city hall, public works, a wastewater facility, a water company, and a large industrial setting. The ISTS facilitators will instruct the students participating in a tabletop exercise on their roles and responsibilities. We use a VEST system to help identify those participating in the tabletop exercise. Safety, public officials, site control leaders, entry, finance, logistics, operations, hazmat leaders, decontamination leaders. Once we have established incident commanders and other assigned roles, those individuals will gather around the table to begin their incident management systems. These individuals will be responsible for cleaning up, stopping, slowing down, evacuating around the tabletop. These pictures here show a lot of workers that have been assigned tasks working diligently on a spill that has occurred in one of our industrial sites.
It's important for a private industry to work with emergency responders because when those emergency responders respond to their gate, one, they meet, they know who they're working with, they've been in the facility, they've trained with the personnel, and then they know how they operate. And when those emergency responders can intermingle with the industrial facility reps, it makes for a better response. This is important because the more they practice on this tabletop in a controlled situation, the better it's going to be and the more smooth of an operation it's going to be when they're out in the field working at an actual emergency.
ISTS offers training programs for the tabletop in 8, 16, and 24-hour trainings. Half of the training is typically classroom and small exercises, and the other half of the training will be working on the tabletop on many different types of disasters. For additional information about this training, you can contact Industrial Safety and Training Services at 502-716-8985 or visit our website at www.istsky.com.